Hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. My name is Art, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel, or thanks for popping in. This channel is about makeup, beauty and skincare. Hope you're gonna like it. If you do, please leave a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to my channel as well, and let's get going. Wow, wow, wow. To go. Woo! Today's episode is gonna be about affordable makeup, and actually it's going to be about one of the very affordable palettes from Aldi. Yes, you can get this palette from Aldi, and if I remember good, it's $4.99 for this palette. So it's Naturals Intense by Lacura. So they've got lots of skincare, they got makeup, they've got body creams, moisturizers, which I've tried as well, and they're very nice. And this natural palette is like, think about the packaging. Think about the packaging. I'm gonna show you inside how it looks. And what's your first impression? It's like the other side of the Naked palette. So I'm super excited how this palette is gonna work, how the eyeshadows are gonna be blendable, if they're gonna be blendable at all. I'm gonna try it and I'm gonna show you how they actually work and if it's worth buying, even if it's only $4.99. Let's check it out. Let's see if it's worth playing with. I'm just gonna prepare my face, put some makeup on, contour my face, and let's see how this palette is working. So let's get smashing. Woo! Okie doke. So I'm back. I've got my face primed, I've got foundation, I've got primer, I've got foundation. I left the contouring for a little bit later on. I did my eyebrows as well. So let's get going and let's see how this palette is actually going to be working. So first of all, I'm gonna apply a base on my eyelids. So you can pick whichever base you want, whichever is your favorite. Obviously, a flat brush to apply it. So I'm gonna squeeze a little bit on my hand, and with a flat brush, you just apply. Make sure your eyelid is, of course, clean and it's not oily. So you're applying quite thick layer on your eyelid. So remember that you're creating a base for your eyeshadow. So I'm not sure, I don't even know how the eyeshadows are going to be working because I've never used this palette before. But I hope the base is gonna absorb the pigmentation. I hope the palette is pigmented at all. If not, I've just lost 5 quid. Right, so make sure you're gonna dab the actual base on your eyelid. So it's gonna take, the brush is gonna take the excess of the product if it's a little bit too much. So this is P. Louise base in Rumor 02. So this is one of my favorite eyeshadow bases for the eyes, and it's doing absolutely fine. But it's up to you how you can work with your base. So it can be a concealer, it can be your foundation, like the rests of the foundation which are on your sponge or your beauty blender or your brush. Just dab it nice and evenly on your eyelid to create a nice smooth texture and a base for your eyeshadow. So it's completely up to you what you're gonna use. And if you have used those affordable makeup from Aldi by Lacura, just give me a thumbs up, just leave me a comment and share your thoughts with me on my channel, because I'm curious how the rest of you is dealing with this affordable makeup. You know, to be honest, I'm a cheap bitch and I don't like spending loads of money on clothes, on makeup. I'm getting the things which are good, quality is amazing, but it's very affordable. So just gonna see. So I've tried to bake my foundation as well, but it's getting into the creases, so I'm not like satisfied with this. Normally I don't bake. Ugh. See, right, okay, so I'm ready to go. That's the actual palette. I think there were like 2 palettes. So I got this one with the neutrals, brownie, nudie shades, some shimmers as well, and there's also a brush which looks quite nice. double side brush. That looks nice, so you can apply. So one is like quite flat brush, which you're using for applying the eyeshadow, and the other one is for blending, but I'm not sure how it's gonna work, so I'm gonna leave it for now and just gonna play with my own brushes, which I love. They're my favorite ones from Morphe and Jessup, I don't know how you pronounce it. And let's see how it's gonna work. So because it's autumn winter season, so I think I'm gonna create a autumny wintry theme look. So for my base color, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna try to get the lighter one, so the brown. Dipping in the brush, and the pigmentation is not like super intense. It's getting the brush is taking the product, but it's not like it's not doing well. But maybe it's gonna do well on my eyelid. So let's see. If your base on your eyelid is getting into your crease, so before applying the eyeshadow, just take the excess of the product with your finger. Okay. Well, let's see. So this is gonna be my main color, which I'm gonna apply all over the lid. Right, so the pigmentation is okay. It doesn't make me do wow, but it's okay for now. So this is the first attempt. There's also a mirror on the, and it's quite big, on the actual palette. I think I'm just gonna take off the foil. Wow, that's a big foil. Bin it, and let's use the. Oh. Okay, the mirror is not okay. It's like very cheap quality of the mirror. It's not even like smooth mirror. It's very textured. So no, I'm not gonna use it. I can't see anything over there. Right, there is no fallout at the moment, and it's blending quite okay. So this is like a brownie shade, which I'm gonna apply all over the lid and a little bit higher close to the brow bone. And because my eyes are small, and I've got hooded eye, I'm not gonna pull out the eyeshadow at the moment. I'm just gonna create like a round shape to cover all the space that I need to showcase the actual eyeshadow. So I applied those eyeshadows on this eyeshadow on my eyelid, and it looks okay. So for now, it looks quite fine. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take a tiny bit smaller brush. Right, so this is gonna be more fluffier brush from Jessup. It's 227 brush. And I'm gonna dim my look with a darker shade. So I'm gonna take a darker shade and try to dim it. So we're gonna do like a smoky eye. So the product is not so pigmented, but it's like it's okay. It's okay, that's how can I say. So, and then you're dabbing. So I'm gonna give you tips as well while doing my makeup. So you're taking the darker shade and you're dabbing it at the end of your eye, at the corner of your eyelid. Dabbing it, and then see, wow, the pigmentation is okay. So let's see how it's gonna blend and how it's gonna work with the first eyeshadow. So you're blending it out, and the eyeshadow needs to go in to the actual socket. Now you're taking, so if you got hooded eyes, you're trying to take the eyeshadow a little bit higher than your brow bone. Because if you're gonna open your eyes, if you got hooded eyes, you're gonna open your eye, you can't see the color much, right? So that's why you need to take it a little bit higher than your brow bone, not too high, and then try to blend it like the shape of your eye socket. So it's almost like a round shape, right? And you're trying to pull it a little bit to the inside corner of your of your eyelid and make it nice and blendable. Wow, to be honest, wow, it's blending very nice. So sometimes shadows are not working together, especially when you're taking two different brands. One eyeshadow doesn't have to work with the other one, and they're not blending evenly with each other. So that's quite pain in the ass. But when you even it can happen even if you're playing with one palette and a few different eyeshadows. It doesn't have to blend together. Wow, but this one looks quite nice. I love my shade. So the same thing I'm gonna do to the other eye. So I'm gonna just dab it, the eyeshadow on the corner of my eye. See, the pigmentation is very nice, and the base is taking the eyeshadow nice and smoothly. So I'm gonna dab it in, trying to lift your eye a little bit higher, because not yours, my eyelid is hooded, and you're trying to blend it softly inside, still focusing on the brow bone. So you're gonna go a little bit higher than the brow bone, because you're still trying to remember that your eye is hooded. So you're gonna open your eyes, you're gonna open the eyeshadows, the intensity of the eyeshadows, blending them a little bit higher than your actual eye. And it needs to look the same as the other one, right? So they're not twins, obviously, but when you're doing the eyeshadows, they need to look the same and clean. But if you're gonna make a mistake, don't worry, we're gonna clean it up. Okay, so blending is the key. Blend, blend, blend. And another tip, if you want a soft blending, you're not holding your brush over here, because if you're gonna hold your brush like a pen, the intensity and the power of the pressure is gonna be very hard, so it's not gonna be precise. It's gonna be too much pressure on the brush. If you're gonna take it at the end of the brush, the blending, it's gonna be maybe, I don't know if it's gonna be more precise, but it's gonna be softer and more delicate. So the blending is gonna be as delicate as you press the brush onto your eyelid, and it's gonna look nicer instead of holding it like this and you actually can't see even your eye. So this is gonna create more like visual space to yourself. So you're gonna see the whole socket, and the blending is going to be softer. Obviously you need to spend a little bit more time on blending it, but the actual final effect is going to be amazing. Okie doke, so I applied the second eyeshadow to blend it out and make it more smoky. So I can tell straight away that those two eyeshadows were working super nice with each other, and now it's the time to go for the third one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take something more shimmery. I'm gonna take this champagne, it's not champagne, it's rosy gold shimmery eyeshadow, and I'm gonna go and apply it inside in the middle of my eye pencil from Yesup, and it's 230 brush. And as you can see, the color of my eyes, because I've got blue eyes, is getting more intense because of the brown shades. So okay, so yeah, this one is going on the brush eventually. Very nice. And let's dab it into the middle of the eye. Actually I can start from the inside corner of the eye, but I'm not gonna do it too much, because there's gonna be even lighter shimmer going in. Yeah, but this one is okay. I mean, it doesn't do much sparkle and shimmer. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna use this mirror because this is disgusting. I can't see anything. Right, so I'm just dabbing. I'm not blending this one yet. Nice shimmer? I don't think so. I mean, it has a glow, but just a little bit. Nothing dramatic, nothing exciting. Okay, and then I'm gonna try to blend the edges of this eyeshadow to make the transition going from one color to another nice and smoothly. Can you see any shimmer? Not much. It doesn't even look like a wet eye or something. So I'm trying to dab on the other eye. So for hooded eyes, another option, another tip is not to look straight for the to the mirror when you're applying the eyeshadow. Take the mirror a little bit lower, and you're like you're looking from the top to the bottom. Yeah. So then you're gonna open your eyes even more, and your canva, which is your eye, is going to be easier for applying the actual eyeshadows. So the same thing, I'm applying it, I'm dabbing it, then trying to blend out the edges so it's gonna nice and it's gonna look nice and smooth. So the transition from one color to another is gonna be even, especially going from the dark to this shimmer or whatever it is. It's like, yeah, doesn't do magic. Okay, I want to take another one from this palette. It's gonna be more shimmery, so it's called Ivory. And this one I'm gonna apply with the same brush, but a clean brush. So I'm gonna apply this shimmery shadow in the corner of my eye. So it should brighten it up. It should, but it's very delicate. I mean, power of this one is like... Okay, I'm gonna try to take a little bit more. So it should brighten up the corner of my eye, the inside corner of my eye, but it doesn't do the thing. Can you see the difference? Not really. Okay, so I think the matte eyeshadows are quite okay in this palette, but the shimmery ones are very weak. No, it doesn't work at all. Seriously, I'm trying to take a lot of the pigment. But it's not so pigmented, to be honest. No. Right, I'm gonna take this shimmery one again with the same brush, but a clean one. And I'm just gonna blend it out at the edges of the eyeshadow, lower where's my brow, to highlight the brow bone. And to highlight the actual brow. And to clean the edges of the dark eyeshadow. Does it do anything? There is a little bit difference between this one and this one, yeah, but it's nothing significant. So maybe you can use this ivory shade to highlight your brow bone, to clean the edges, because it's not so visible. It is blendable, it is nice, but the pigmentation is... there's no pigmentation in it. No, it doesn't work at all. What you can expect for $4.99 or $6.99? No, it was £5. Okay, right, I need to change the eyeshadow for the inside. So I'm gonna take the Revolution XX Revolution palette, and I'm gonna dip into the Melt eyeshadow. It's a metallic eyeshadow, and this one is gonna go into the corner of my eye. So the pigmentation is more intense, as you can see. Okay. So I'm more satisfied with this one. Oh, perfect. Let's get back to the previous eyeshadow, the brownie one, and I'm gonna do the bottom of the eye. So I'm taking the round precise brush. Oh, you can see on my forehead. And again, looking, so this time I'm gonna take the mirror a little bit higher and look from the bottom. So I want the eyeshadow on the bottom to connect with the eyeshadow which is already applied on the upper lid. So I'm trying to dab the eyeshadow, the product, first of all, dab it delicately under the lashes and just drag it in the middle of the eye. So it's not gonna go to the full eye, just gonna go into the middle and then blend it out nice and smoothly. So it's gonna connect with the eyeshadow which is like on the upper lid. And the other part of your eye, the other half, you're gonna leave for applying a lighter shade. Oh, and I'm surprised that the eyeshadow is not doing a fallout on my face. So that's actually good. Okay, and the eyeshadow from the bottom needs to be blended out nice with the other eyeshadow, like the one on the upper lid. And make sure you're gonna apply just to the middle of your eye and just blend it out nice and smooth. I'm happy with the blending, with the process of the blending of those eyeshadows, because they're going very nice and they're working together, so that's satisfying. So I was thinking about getting something more shimmery, but because those shimmers are not working, I'm gonna take a shade called Halo. So it's like a nudie shade, which is bright. Just gonna blend it out at the other side of the eye, so the other part, and blend it with the shimmer and the brown eyeshadow which was applied just a second ago. Just take your time, believe in the process, it's gonna look amazing. So I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna do my eyelashes as well and contour my face. Okie doke, so I apply the rest, which is contouring, highlighter, mascara and the lipstick, and that's the final look. So it looks very nice. I like it, to be honest, and I would say no, bad hand. No. It's not thumbs up. It's like so. So in the conclusion, the eyeshadow palette from Aldi for $4.99. It's like so. It's if you would say it's like a comparison to the Naked palette, because the packaging and the eyeshadow look quite similar. They're not the same, but they look quite similar. With the matte eyeshadows, I would say they are okay. They are blendable. And the pigmentation is quite okay. They're not dusty, they're not leaving a fallout on the actual face, but I'm not sure about the pigmentation of the shimmery ones, which is not even satisfying. So I had to use some extra pigmentation from the other palettes to finish the actual look. I'm not mad, and I'm not super happy, and I'm not super excited about this eyeshadow palette, but like for $4.99, what you can expect. Yeah, so if you want to play with the eyeshadows which you haven't played before, like the neutrals colors, that's the actual palette. It's gonna work for you. The finish of the look is very nice. The pigmentation is okay. It's not super intense, but it's okay. It's alright. You can work with them quite easily, apart from the metallic ones, which are the shimmery ones, metallic ones, which are like so. But for the price, yeah, why not? Play with it, see how it works. And that's everything in this episode. I hope you liked this video. If yes, please leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well for the future episodes. And that's gonna be everything. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for watching, and hopefully see you soon in the next episode. I'm super excited that you're excited to see me in the next episode. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye.